Is this good? Something like that, right? Yeah, we're close. Looks good enough. There, that's better. Okay, I made a couple of videos on small cell beekeeping, and I kind of neglected to even explain to the new beekeepers what it is, even. Here, a lot of people are going to be like, what's small cell? You know? So, here, mechanically, what small cell beekeeping is, or small cell foundation, it's the diameter of the cell. And that's it. Um, and the only reason why they call it small cell now is because what happened was back in the early 1900s, they decided to raise the size of the cells to make the bee bigger. Yeah. Here, the size of the cell determines the size of the bee that's being made inside the cell. Mm-hmm. Trust me, it works. And I can tell a big difference. Like in my hives and stuff, my bees, I can tell that they're quite a bit smaller and stuff. And there's some people that don't really like that, and they kind of they say that that's kind of like a sickly bee maybe or something, but that's not at all the truth whatsoever. Um, Here, my bees and stuff, they produce every bit as much honey. I think the bees I have, I mean, like the way I've been taking care of my bees, I only have 10 to 15 hives on average at the time. Okay, so that might be playing a factor into this, but I've had 100% survival rates for like my winter plan. The hives that I keep on my winter plan, I've had 100% survival rate for the last 3 years, 4 seasons. So through winter. And I know that small cell bees is a part of it because what it is the difference between, do you want a hive to have more bees or do you want a hive to have bigger bees? See what I mean? So the higher the populations and stuff, I truly do believe that the bigger the population, the healthier the hive. So, and that's what small cell beekeeping is. Just the diameter of each cell is smaller. That way, you're able to keep more cells on each frame. You're able to keep more. Uh, there's more cells in the whole hive, and then you're able to add another frame into the hive. So, I mean, it's just a math, and it helps with swarming. It helps with just all that stuff. The timing of the queen to be laying. So all those other benefits. I'll put a link. Like you'll see those buttons. Usually I put one over here and one over here and one in the middle. I'll put a link to the benefits of small cell beekeeping. But in a nutshell, there you go. If you want a little bit of history, the original foundations were made at 5 millimeter, and the first, like when Langstroth, he came up with his invention in like 1850 something. Okay, the German guy that came up with wax foundation invented it just a few years later in 1857. And then I.W. Root, maybe, he came up with a mass production process, and he started processing wax foundation at 5.08 millimeters. So that was in like 1902 or something. And then in 1920s, they raised it up to 5.4. Everything, you know. The queen excluder was invented in like 1875. And then they made the bees bigger. And then it's like, ugh, right? So who knows? But yeah, with the that's the thing about small cell. It's mechanically each cell is smaller. It makes a smaller bee, which makes it able to make more bees. So there we go. All right, y'all have a good one. Oh, yeah, don't forget that link. It's either right here or right there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get used to that. See you. Bye.